For our next exercise, we're going to do permanent reverse or backstepping on the 5 series. So I do have some stabilizer behind my fabric because we're going to actually do a honeycomb or a decorative stitch. It's always a good idea to put some stabilizer at the back to provide the foundation for your decorative stitch. So we want the honeycomb stitch. So this is a decorative. So we're going to use the honeycomb stitch, which is in my utilities, number 8. My needle down is engaged. I'm going to stitch about 2 inches. I'm using my freehand system again. And I've just selected all the defaults. My stitch width on this one is 6. My stitch length is 2.2. So I've stitched approximately 2 inches. Okay. So let's select the eye, and I'm going to select the permanent reverse sewing, which is the icon to the right of the back stitch. So as you can see, this is my backstepping. I access it through the eye menu, and what this is going to do is it's going to have the machine sew backwards without holding a button down. It is now engaged. It's important not to move your fabric. So now I want to take off the backstepping, and depending on which model you have, it may have already disengaged. And in this case, the Bernina 5 series has disengaged. So we're now going to talk about mirror image and pattern repeat on the Bernina 5 series. I have installed my 20C foot. 20C foot is very important because it has a channel for my decorative stitches to channel through. This way my foot is still riding flat. Now I want to use some tearaway stabilizer. This gives a foundation to my stitches. So we're going to do a horizontal mirror image first. I am now going to select the blanket stitch, which in the 5 series is in the quilting menu, and it is stitch 1309. So I will sew 1 row. Now my defaults on here is the width of my blanket stitch is 2.3 and my stitch length is 2.6. This is a nice stitch for applique. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So with the mirror image, my blanket stitch will be facing the other way. So I'm going to go into my eye menu for this stitch, and I'm going to do the left-right mirror. if I go ahead and stitch that, my blanket stitches are facing the other way. You can see that my 1309, which is my blanket stitch, is the one I'm stitching with. Tap on my eye. Here's my left, right, reverse. So just because I have this programmed to take the bite off to the left, when I hit this, it flips it around. And you'll notice that my button has a yellow box around it and my eye has a yellow one. So it's telling me that I have made some type of change. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select a different stitch and we're going to pick the arrowheads, which is in my decorative stitches 401. You can see all of my arrowheads are going one way. So let's go ahead and start with that. So my width is 5.9, my stitch length is 6.0. You can see on my display, you can see that it's stitching out. So I'll do one more, I'll go to the end. Go to the eye menu, and I'm going to turn it upside down, so to speak. Now you can see that my arrowheads are going the other way. So we're just going to secure that stitch. There we go. Now I can go ahead and give it a cut. There we go. So it went the default way. I then flipped it upside down or right side up. There we go. Again, you'll notice that my eye has a yellow circle around it. So it's telling me that I have made some type of change.